The Indianapolis Colts, man, they have had a season, right? Started off slow, had a really hot streak, and now it's coming down to week 18 in which they have to win to make the playoffs. Luckily for them, they take on literally, arguably, like not even an NFL team.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars are hosting them at home, who are 2-14. Trevor Lawrence finally threw a touchdown pass after like 8 weeks or some shit. Just ridiculous. Indianapolis, per Vegas, is favored by 15.5 points on the road. Over under 44. I mean, there's a reason that spread is. I've never seen a spread that big on the road. So that's like just monstrous. That shows you how bad the Jacksonville Jaguars are. Unfortunately, there's a lot of playoff scenarios that the Jags need to beat the Colts for other teams to have a chance, like the Steelers, like the Ravens, the Chargers and Raiders situation. But in no reality do I see the Jacksonville Jaguars pulling off an upset.
Yeah, I mean, the Jaguars, like, there's so many teams that need the Jaguars to win, but it doesn't matter. The Jaguars are still going to go out there and just be terrible. And their terrible is going to pay off for them because they're going to get the first pick in the draft. Yeah. So, you know, it's like, why win?
Yeah.
What's the point? Moral victory against the Colts. And I don't even think that the Jaguars are going to be able to stop the Colts in terms of Jonathan Taylor, Carson Wentz, all those guys. Like, what are they going to do to beat the Colts? And there's no way.
What's so funny is like it's totally predictable what the Colts are going to do, and they're not going to be able to stop them.
Yep.
Right? Trevor Lawrence has a 69.6 passer rating. Nice. This season, which is the lowest among 32 qualified quarterbacks. So he's literally like the worst quarterback, and he was drafted number 1. Yeah. So like my dark Colt.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. My dark horse for this AFC at least is the Colts, right? Like they have everything you need to beat somebody else, right? Yeah. And some stats to back that up. They have arguably one of the best running backs in NFL history. Yep. So Jonathan Taylor, age 22, is the youngest player in NFL history with 2,000 scrimmage yards and 20 touchdowns in one season. Nobody's ever done that before. So they have that, and now you add that along with a quarterback whose statistics show that whenever he throws less than 25 passes, whenever he throws less than 25 attempts, the Colts are 9-2 this season. So, like, you know,
there's a formula.
It's clear. Like, it's obvious, and the Jaguars are still not going to be able to do anything.
This is something the three of us, as random NFL podcasters, analysts, whatever we want to call ourselves, can figure out. But what's funny to me is maybe the Jags are that fucking stupid. Like, there's a reason they're 2-14. Yeah. There's a reason, and they come into NFL games and it looks like they don't belong. Like, they just don't belong. They're not. The 2 wins they had, that one win I'll never forget, it was against the Bills, in which the Bills had one of the worst games I've ever seen a team have.
9-6.
Yeah, 9-6. And then their other win, I think, was against the Texans. Am I wrong? Texans or Jets?
I want to say Texans.
It was one of those like horrendous teams, right? Yeah. So literally their season has had nothing positive. They fired their coach, like the number 1 draft pick, like the future heir apparent, Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck-esque guy, hadn't thrown a touchdown pass for 7 weeks. Like,
oh my God.
There's nothing positive about the Jacksonville Jaguars right now.
I know. I can't believe that the Steelers' hopes relies on the worst team in the NFL.
I know.
I have to be the biggest Jacksonville Jaguars fan that there ever is.
Sucks.
I don't even think the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Their fans aren't even rooting for them to win.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, it was the Dolphins. They beat the Dolphins.
Oh,
week 6, which is also another pretty bad team. Like, they're benefactors of a really easy schedule.
Yep.
So if you were to do a pay-per-view match, Alabama versus the Jaguars, how much would you pay and what would the score be?
I would pay. I mean, the normal. Let's just say pay-per-view is like $70. I'd easily pay that to watch that. Easily. That'd be like a sight to see. Yeah, that'd be very exciting. And I really shy away from this type of argument because I'm like, dude, everybody in the NFL is in the NFL.
For a reason.
Not everybody on Alabama will get drafted, even though the majority of them will.
Right.
But coaching,
QB play,
like, why are the Jags so bad that for the first time in the debate of this debate, because it happens every year,
I'm not a fan of this debate.
I actually believe that the best Alabama team that's come out the last 20 years would beat this year's Jacksonville Jaguars. I stand by that 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The best Alabama team will
of the last 2 decades, whatever that team was.
It might be the Tua team. Actually, no, it might be, and they beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
So now it gets complex. $100 for that pay-per-view.
Yeah. I'd watch it to see how bad are they really.
Yeah. How bad are the Jags?
Yeah. The Lions are always in this conversation when we talk about college teams versus pro teams.
Yep.
But
I don't think
the Lions try hard. They play hard as fuck, and that there's something to be said for that. Where the Jags, like, again, when I watch that team, Like, they just don't even seem like they want to be there.
Laquan Treadwell is their number one receiver.
Yeah.
He's literally, I would never even start him on any team, like ever.
Shout out to Laquan. We're happy for you, man. I know shit didn't work out for you in Minnesota. I know this is probably the worst season the Jags ever had. No one's going to remember this, but
we'll remember you.
Football podcast community will remember Laquan.
I almost bought a Laquan Treadwell jersey.
Oh, me too, man.
Yeah.
I'm so trigger happy when it comes to first round picks for the Vikings that I'm just like Cordero Patterson, Christian Ponder.
What's the worst jersey you've ever?
Christian Ponder.
Christian Ponder.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's literally not close.
Yeah, no,
Christian Ponder.
No, it's not close at all.
Yeah. Still have it.
I remember those days.
Yeah. The good old days of shitty quarterbacks.
Oh man, what could have been? What could have been?
Yeah. So Colts fully expected to take care of business there. Let's jump into the next game.